White flag raised. Winner is very steadily approaching the starter. That's it, they're off and racing in the opening 4-year-old maiden of the season. This is sponsored by Tattersalls, and Ideal Vert is going to be one of the first to show as they head on their way into the bottom bend, and they've got a good run before they meet their first of 13 fences, the first of which is in the home straight. And as they begin to make their way into the bend, it's Ideal Vert with Doyen for Money up on the inside, and then behind these races King of the Hill. Further back behind these to mark the man who's next up with Top Target, and then behind these Safe Destination. Further back behind these to find Love Supply, who in turn is followed as they head on their way towards their first fence by the upper back marker, which is Toughest Old Boots. Racing on their way now towards fence number 1, the first of 3 fences in the straight, and at this point it is Doyen for Money who has the advantage as the whole field clear that safely. Doyen for Money, red jacket, has the advantage as they go to fence number 2, being followed up on the inside by Ideal Vert. Out wider for Safe Destination, green jacket, or black jacket rather. Further back behind these to King of the Hill in a green jacket, and then next up behind these comes Love Supply, who in turn is followed by Mark the Man in black and yellow. Further back behind these to the Rob James runner, that's Top Target, and then the upper back marker continues to be Toughest Old Boots and Derek O'Connor as they begin now to turn into the bend that's going to shortly take them into the back straight for the first time. And out front it is still Doyen for Money who has the advantage under Harley Dunn. Ideal Vert's a close second. These have been followed in third races Safe Destination, and further back behind these to find King of the Hill who's next with, and then Top Target, and behind Top Target races Love Supply with Mark the Man, and the overall back marker is still Toughest Old Boots. These 4-year-olds come on their way towards fence number 4, and out front it is going to be Ideal Vert who has the advantage, being followed by Doyen for Money. Right up behind these then races King of the Hill, who in turn is going to be followed by Top Target as they come towards their next fence, which again all have cleared safely. So all these 4-year-olds jumping well as they complete their circuit and head on their way down towards the end of the back straight for the second time. And out front, advantage continues to be with Doyen for Money. Ideal Vert's a close second. Further back behind these in third races King of the Hill, who in turn has been followed by Top Target, and then next up behind these races Safe Destination with Love Supply colliding with the Dull there, a few of them as they begin now to make their way into the straight again on their way towards this line of 3 fences. And up front it is still showing the way Doyen for Money and Harley Dunn who have the advantage, been followed by Ideal Vert and Barry O'Neill. Further back behind these to King of the Hill and James Welsh, who in turn is followed by Safe Destination and Jack Hendrick. Next up behind these races Love Supply and Dan Nevin, who in turn is tracked by Mark the Man and Adam Leahy. Toughest Old Boots and Derek O'Connor dispute the back spot with Top Target and Sean Staples, who made a mistake out of that fence. That fence was their fence that'll be their last in a complete circuit's time, and still out in front showing the way races Doyen for Money. He has the advantage by about a length. To in second spot King of the Hill, Ideal Vert's in close third, and then right up behind these races Safe Destination, who in turn is tracked by Love Supply, and then behind these races the black jacket, black and yellow colours of Mark the Man, and then Tattersalls Boots and Top Target. So now they're going to make their way on towards their the fence down along the back straight, the first of two on that part of the course, and still showing the way. It is Doyen for Money who has the advantage, being followed in second by King of the Hill. Safe Destinations close up with these now, and these are being followed further back in the field by Ideal Vert, and then behind these, very bad mistake there by Mark the Man, who's dropped back. Improving by him now is Law of Supply, and next up behind these under a bit of a drive appears to be Tattersalls Boots and then Top Target. Now they're going to make their way to round the bend. They've only got 3 more fences left to jump in this opening 4-year-old maiden, and out front it is Doyen for Money. He still has the advantage, willing to make all under hardly done. Safe Destinations a close second. Further back behind these to King of the Hill and then Ideal Vert with Law of Supply, and then behind these races are written along Mark the Man. They're clear over Tattersalls Boots and Top Target, racing on towards their third last fence, and it is still Doyen for Money who has the advantage as he comes on towards the second last. Safe Destination and Ideal Vert both come to challenge him now. They're racing in between their final 2 fences, and it's Doyen for Money who's still got the advantage, trying to close him down now in second. Going into second is Mark the Man to the final fence for Doyen for Money. He's out over it safely. Bad mistake, and finally on seating was Mark the Man, but as they go up towards the line, it's going to be Doyen for Money who's going to take the opening 4-year-old of the year for hardly done. Back in tight for second, that's going to go to Ideal Vert. Third for Safe Destination, followed in by Law of Supply, Top Target, and then King of the Hill. Final finish with Tattersalls Boots. Glad to report Adam Leahy is to his feet. Okay. Yeah.